All right, this is episode 6 of the Bois Inc.Podcast. And, again, Nate is not here. I feel like we should probably explain why. So, this episode
Nate's dead.
Yeah, Nate fucking died. I'm gonna go see him later. In the cemetery. Got him. So, alright. A few things that I'd like to touch on real quick. First off, I was kind of thinking about just the podcast in general. And I came to a realization that's not fucking... It's kind of obvious. We don't have a built-in audience. Like, we're going to try to build up an audience over time. So we should probably put a little bit more effort into introducing ourselves every episode. Because from probably this point on, every episode is going to be someone's first episode.
Yeah, you're right.
And I realized I really haven't even been fucking saying my name. I've just been saying... Here's who's with me this episode.
Yeah, you're right.
All right,
you're the host. That's just your name.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm the narrator. I'll take it. I'm the choir. I'm the chorus. It's the only thing I learned in English. That's what that's fucking called, is the chorus.
Yes.
It's 12 years of my life that I spent learning that. Put it to good use today, finally. I'm gonna go email all of my old English teachers that they were right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go email them and apologize for not taking their class seriously.
I'm gonna apologize for telling them to go fuck themselves and teach an actual subject. Fuck English teachers. Fuck English teachers. All my homies hate English teachers.
In all seriousness, you're right though. We should introduce ourselves.
Yeah. And in all seriousness,
I'll start.
Yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
Nate's the one who's never here.
That's true, but I'm gonna let him pass on the last 2 or 3 not being here.
I know, but there's gonna be plenty of other stupid.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah. This time he's got the doctor's note. And also, in all seriousness, not all English teachers suck. I've had 2 or 3 cool ones. Grand total my whole life. So the ratio isn't great. Statistically, if you're an English teacher, you probably suck. It's not guaranteed, but a very high probability. So, there's that. So, all right.
And I'll say this. I'll fix the ratio a little bit. If you're over 40 and male and you teach English, stop.
No,
Just
dude.
Stop.
No, dude. I had a cool maybe over 40 male English teacher.
Impossible.
I don't think he's over 40 yet, but he's probably close. Who the fuck am I?
Yeah.
All right, I am the host, Carrick. I'm gonna self-appoint a title here. I am the CEO of the Bois.
Oh, you already had that title. That's you.
I know, but I didn't think we talked about it on the podcast. That's what my name on Discord is. So just started applying it everywhere. So CEO of the Bois, Carrick, the host. Got my co-host Joe here.
Yup.
And Nate is not here this week. I feel like we should probably give a little bit of an answer why, because he hasn't been here 2 episodes in a row now, and both times
True.
we went...
So if you saw the first episode and actually know who Nate is, then this will apply to you. Otherwise, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, all right. So basically, he's been having some what's the
medical problem?
Yeah, he's had some health issues. So I don't want to say nothing serious, because it's definitely not my place to say that.
I don't think he's gonna die.
No, yeah, it's nothing to be super worried about. But
it's also not fun.
In the grand scheme of bad medical news you could receive, it's kind of on the better side, but that's because the worst outcome is you get fucking stage 4 cancer, right? It's not stage 4 cancer bad.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair.
not good, but it's not even close to that. So basically, he's just been having seizures recently, and he's been in and out of the hospital. I'm not going to try to steal his thunder, because I'm sure he's going to talk about it once he finally fucking comes back. But basically, I think he just got back a day or 2 ago now from his most recent hospital visit, so There's that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna guess that's true because he actually texted me back for once.
Damn. That's how you know something's wrong. 'Cause he texted back. He texts
Oh no,
back
that's how
and
I
you're
know
like,
he's
oh
fine.
fuck,
When he's
call
in
the
the
ambulance.
hospital, he just doesn't answer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but like...
And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for that. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
dude, the hospital fucking blows, dude. I wouldn't answer texts either.
No, I'm just saying. I know he's out because he's texting.
Yeah,
again.
dude, I fucking... When I was in the hospital a year ago, I barely fucking answered anything. I was like, fuck the entire world. I'm just sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sleep, and every 4 hours I'm gonna wake up so this weird nurse can take blood and then leave. It's a very fucking surreal experience being in the hospital. Dude, I was in the fucking hospital, and I had to send the weirdest text of my life just to let like people know that I was fucking there, because I had just started dating my current girlfriend like 3 weeks before that, not even. Right, like maybe
Was it
like,
actually that long?
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like maybe 2 weeks. Right? And basically I said, "Hey, I'm going to be gone this weekend. I'm going to be on vacation." And she's like, "Oh, okay, have fun, you know, whatever," right? So that was on like Wednesday. I told her that. I go into the hospital on Saturday when I'm supposed to be on vacation, but I'm fucking not because I'm here in the hospital. And I was like, fuck, what do I tell her? Because right now she thinks I'm just having fun. And in fact, at like midnight, she sent me a text the first night I was there that was like, "Hey, don't want to seem like I'm spamming you, but like, just want you to know, I hope you're having fun." And I was like, bitch, if only you knew. So then I had to text her, "Hey, don't freak out, but I'm in the hospital and I'm getting surgery in 7 hours."
Yeah.
She was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, alright, fine, I'll explain, but this is all you're getting. So that's basically the only shit I did when I was in the hospital, because it kind of takes it out of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Nate is not here. So, you know, he'll be back when he's back. I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know what the timeline looks like, but you know, he'll be back eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So, before we started, Joe, you said you had a topic. If you want to lead into it.
I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I'm sure you've seen it. The new cave update. Tell me you've seen that.
I have.
For Minecraft.
I have seen the cave update. The trailer.
What are your thoughts?
I like some of it. I don't like other parts of it. I don't really like the deep dark thing with the warden. That seemed not fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think the mechanic is alright, where you just make noise or whatever, but like, I don't know. It seems. I like that they're adding basically structures to caves that make them look cave-like.
Yeah.
Because before it was literally just a tunnel, and that's it.
Yeah, it was like a really shoddy tunnel, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's really cool that they're adding that. And not even gonna lie, the first time I fucking saw the trailer where he like glides through the fucking 1x1 hole and you see the actual amazing cave, I was like, holy fuck, dude, what are they doing? This is amazing. So
what's your thoughts on the other part of the update that no one's paying attention to?
Which part?
The cliffs.
The cliffs?
Yeah.
With the goats, they seem alright.
Yeah.
Are they gonna push players off of mountains, though? Because that seems kind of annoying.
I hope not.
Yeah, really, dude, goats are just gonna be the next creepers. They just fucking come up behind you and kill you. Except at least a creeper has a warning, you can hear it. Right, you can hear it about to explode. The goat just fucking silently kills you like fucking Hitman. You fucking die and it gets a bunch of points and it says Silent Assassin.
Goats, the silent killer.
Exactly. Goats are the deadliest assassins. No one suspects them.
I was playing today. I'm playing now, but that's irrelevant. What the fuck is these new curses? Have you seen these?
No?
So, you know, there's enchantments, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, it's typical ones, Unbreaking and
Exactly.
Infinity.
The classics.
Well, I'm fishing here, right? and I get a bow, as one does, with a bunch of enchantments on it. And then I see at the bottom there's this red text. This is Curse of Vanishing.
What the fuck?
And I looked it up, and it's just, if you die, you lose the item.
Bro, that sucks. If
It's
you
pretty
die,
stupid.
it just stops existing, bro. That's awful.
And here's the best part. It's tricked out.
Oh, fuck.
And there is no way to get rid of it except maybe a cleric villager.
So you just got, like, the god roll bow, but, like, if you die
if I
once,
bring
it's
it
gone
with me and
forever.
die, it's gone.
If you bring it with you anywhere and fuck up one time, it's gone forever.
Chances are, if I do die, I'm far away from home anyway and will have lost it anyway. But now I can't bring it with me anywhere.
Yeah, exactly, because it's a sacred treasure.
Because if I do lose it and I get all my other items back, I'm going to be pissed.
Dude, that shit I do in basically every video game where there's any amount of resource management is I hoard that shit way too much.
Yeah, I do too. It's bad.
Like if there's some kind of like, you know, like heavy weapon or whatever that like has rare ammo or whatever that is really powerful, I never use it because I am always thinking, but wait, what if I need it for later? Even though I know that if it's required for later, they're gonna put down more ammo where it's required, or else you would just be fucked. And I'm like, but what if there's like a boss fight and I need all of these fucking rocket launcher shots? And it's like, yeah, but the boss room is gonna have a bunch of rockets outside of it. And it's like, yeah, but what if that's not enough? And then I get to the boss fight and I'm like, alright, time to do it. And I'm like, wait a minute. What if there's a harder boss right after this? What if this is only his first phase? What if he gets even more powerful in his second phase? And then I have no rockets. I look like a fucking bitch. No, I can't do that.
I feel that with a passion.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at
The
it.
fucking anxiety of there might be another even stronger dude. The anxiety of there's always a bigger fish and I only have so many fucking ways to kill them. That shit, I don't know why. I can never get past it. Or like shit that will give you a bonus but not a like one of vast importance. I save those too. So like if I'm playing Skyrim and I have a fuck ton of health potions, I will use those all the time. I just chug those like a motherfucker because they're everywhere.
Right.
But all of the other potions that give you like skill increases, it doesn't matter. I am basically never drinking them because I don't know when the fuck to use them.
No, I feel that.
Right? I'll be like, oh, well, no, there's no way I'm going to waste this potion that'll make me way better at fighting on these fucking random bandits, right? Why would I do that? That'd be a waste. But then I'm like, alright, I'll just save it for a boss fight. And then I get to a boss fight, and I'm like, this one's kind of too easy. This one isn't challenging me. Why would I use this potion? What the fuck? I'll save it for a hard boss fight, and then there just isn't one. Because I hoard health potions like a motherfucker. I just can't die.
I feel that.
Yeah, dude, that shit is the
My
worst.
problem with Minecraft is I don't like to mine. It's boring
Okay.
because the caves suck.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're about to update them. Well, they're not
Well,
about
that's
to.
the
It's like a
thing.
fucking year out, but...
Yeah. But that's my problem is I don't mind because I think it's fucking boring. So instead I just walk around the map finding villages and stuff.
Yeah, that shit's kind of fun.
Yeah. But my problem is I walk around, I go to the villages, I go to blacksmith shops, and then I end up with this chest that I'm currently looking at with tons of iron leggings that I refuse to wear because if I die and lose them, then I have no fucking armor.
Yeah, that's true. Or like, yeah, in fucking Minecraft, I'll make a diamond pickaxe and put it in a chest and only use it when I need to break obsidian.
Yep.
Like
What the fuck do you have it for?
but I'm like,
Like-
but the iron pick will break everything that isn't obsidian. So I should just keep using iron picks because I have way more of those. And it's like, but the diamond pick lasts way longer and breaks shit faster. It's like, yeah, but what if I run out of diamond pick and I don't have more diamonds? Then I won't be able to break obsidian. It's like, what do you need to break obsidian for? A portal? You can just make it in the ground.
Yeah, but what if I need another portal?
Yeah, exactly, but what if I need another portal? It's like, well then, just...
Make another one.
Exactly, make another one? You just need lava for that. You don't need diamonds for that. And to move the lava, you just need buckets, which is iron. It's the same amount of iron as a fucking pickaxe. But the bucket has infinite durability. Yeah, but how am I supposed to get more diamonds without an iron pickaxe? Like...
No, here's the worst thing I do. I will make like diamond armor and enchant the shit out of it, and then never wear it because I don't want it to break.
Exactly, you're like, but it's so nice. There's no way I could break it, then I won't have it. Right?
Yep.
It's like, that shit is entirely decorative. This is my decorative armor that is the best in the game. I don't wear it ever because I'm so fucking paranoid about it breaking. It's like the dudes that'll buy a fucking hella expensive car and never drive it because it just knocks a ton of money off of the value. Like, it depreciates like crazy.
See, no, that's the only difference between me and someone who does that. I don't care.
About...
The car. I will drive the shit out of it. I don't care what it's worth because I won't sell it.
Oh, yeah, sure, but like... I mean,
but I agree.
Yeah.
The same principle.
Yeah, the dudes that are out here buying a fucking sweet classic Corvette and then they just have it sit in their fucking garage because if you do anything to it, it depreciates in value and you've lost a massive investment.
It's like not banging your girlfriend to keep it tight for the next guy.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, let me make sure that when the time finally comes, it'll be nice. And it's like, but there never will be a time if you just keep pushing it off.
Yeah.
I'm procrastinating having fun. I'm like, no, don't have fun yet. I'm busy setting up the fun. Dude, I gotta stop being like that.
In a lot of ways I do, but in a lot of ways I'm actually okay.
Yeah, just actively sabotaging myself from using cool shit. Where I'm just like, I don't know if this is worthy of it yet. And it's like, dude, just fucking do it. Like...
I've kind of started to break that habit because I'm aware of the habit.
I've been aware of it for a long time. I haven't even started. I'm fucked.
I kind of started. I'm still kind of fucked, but I'm starting. So I'm getting somewhere, I guess.
Okay, nice. That's good. So, all right, let me check out my topic list real quick because okay. I've got something that is a sort of recent event, and I've got kind of two topics that are very similar, like they tie into each other pretty well. So, have you seen the Baka Mitai meme?
No, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay, basically it's a meme where people will... I don't know that the word is deepfake, but basically they will take any fucking person's face, and they have this software that will make it look like it's singing karaoke from the Yakuza game, Yakuza 0.
Okay.
And the song is called Baka Mitai. And basically, it's this one... You've probably heard the song. It's all over, like, TikTok and all these fucking YouTube shit posts. And basically, they will just have him, like, whoever it is, sing this song for, like, you know, one fucking verse or whatever, just like the hook. And basically...
What does it sort of sound like? Can you, like, help me out? Because I think I know what it is.
You probably do. It's probably that one. If you see a shittily animated like face of someone familiar, like a famous person or like a cartoon character singing a song in Japanese, that's it.
Okay.
That's literally it. But basically, this changes into a second sort of topic that I have. I got to introduce them both first. So the other one is I was going through my my liked. It was either my liked or my watch later on YouTube, and I was watching one video, and it was this one fucking sweet video that I decided to save, and it was this dude decided that he would take some of the final panels of JoJo Part 7 and kind of animate them and add sound effects from the game and all this fucking slick editing and shit. And it looks fucking sweet. I fucking love watching it. It's only like 20 seconds long, but it looks fucking crazy. It sounds great. I fucking love it. I'm super hyped for Part 7 to get animated in 4 years. And, you know, I'm doing that. And the thing is, when you're watching in a playlist like that on YouTube, it immediately plays the next shit, no matter what it is. So it goes from that, like, fucking epic ending, if you know Part 7, you know what's up. It goes from that fucking epic ending to, I guess, a deep fake, which is basically the same program that people were using, the Baka Mitai meme. And it was Pete Buttigieg, who was one of the guys that was running for president earlier this year.
Okay.
And it's him basically just saying this fucking copy pasta about how people in America, I'm trying to remember what he said, but it was some fucking stupid shit where they basically just deepfaked him into saying some fucking stupid copy pasta. And I just thought, this needs to be a topic. And the way I phrased it in my topic list is Baka Mitai and what does it mean for the rest of humanity? Because this shit is starting to get good. These deepfakes are starting to get a little out there. Right? So that idea sort of hit me when I realized, wait a minute, this is a fucking politician that they're doing this to. Like, they're, like, you look at it and it's obviously fake. But, like, given, 10 years, maybe we won't be able to tell that it's fake? Like,
possibly not.
As the technology gets even better, that shit will become even harder to tell if it's fake or not. Especially when just fucking anybody can do it now. When just about anybody can make it realistic enough that I laugh at it, what the fuck does this mean for, 10, 20 years from now? Right, like, video is about to just stop being a relevant form of evidence because you can just fake anything.
Soon enough. I mean, I think you're right. We're probably about 10 years out from that.
Yeah. Like, it's not an immediate problem, but it will soon become an immediate problem. It's like...
I wouldn't say soon. It will definitely become a problem. I don't know how soon.
I feel like it's in the nice sweet spot between, like, shit that will seriously go wrong for us. It's between, like, a fucking massive volcano eruption or something, like, right now, and the opposite end of the spectrum just being global warming, right? Global warming is not good, but it's not something that our generation has to deal with the catastrophic effects of.
No, despite what all these libtards are saying, it's not.
Yeah, despite all the people that are like, the world will end in 12 years if we don't start now. And it's like, I don't think that's fucking true at all.
If the world was ending in 12 years, I would not be studying to be a mechanic.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I wouldn't be fucking working at my job. I would just be... I don't even fucking know.
I would be trying to learn how to prep, honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, I mean, let's face it. As soon as that shit starts hitting, everything's hitting the fan.
I would just map out your house, so once you've spent 12 years learning to prep, I would just come over to your house and fucking kill you and take all your shit.
I wouldn't even say you'd have to kill me. I'd probably invite you.
Yeah, it's true. But that doesn't feel like apocalypse-y enough. Right? Then it doesn't feel like the world has ended if I'm just over at your house and we're just chilling and you have shit.
Oh, trust me, if I'm not prepping to live here, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm sure.
If the apocalypse starts, I am not going to be at home. You will not catch me at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, fucking live in the wilderness or something, but, like, whatever, but basically the point is, global warming is probably a problem, but, like, not for us.
Yeah.
Not right now, so people have a really hard time being concerned about it if you're solving a future problem. So...
Yeah. I think you're right, though. I think visual evidence is somewhere between those two things.
Yeah, I think it's going to slowly become less and less reliable until you can literally just fake anything you want, and there's no way to distinguish between real and fake.
Yeah.
So you'll just be like, well, fuck it. If the government has evidence of you doing something on video, it doesn't count anymore. Because they could have just made it up. Right?
You can bet your ass, though. I will be one of the first people to learn how to do that, and I will fuck people over right away.
Oh, exactly, yeah. As soon as that technology is good enough that you can fool, like, experts, then it's fucking time. Like,
I will be fucking over everybody.
You've basically just become a god.
Until they start to realize.
Oh yeah,
until
they're like, wait a minute, you've accused 12 people this way. Why does this keep happening to you? And you're like, dude, I don't know.
And then just stop right there, because that's the line.
I feel like you got to do it one more time after that. Because then they would be like,
right.
Because then they'd be like, oh, well, we warned you, and then you stopped immediately. It must have been you. But if you do it one more time, you'd be like, look, why would I do it again if you were suspicious of me?
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah, if I know that something is up, like, that you suspect me of something, wouldn't I really stick to the books? Like, be really fucking straight and narrow here? They're like, well...
That's a good point.
Yeah, okay. So, I think video evidence is about to stop being the most reliable form of evidence in a matter of, like, decades.
Yeah. Well, because if you think about it, for the longest time, it was, like, the concrete thing.
Yeah.
Photos were for a while, they're not now.
Yeah, exactly, because you look at a picture and you're like, but it's out of context, right? Like, what else is happening? Right? So, like, I like...
but I mean, like...
Go on.
Pictures used to be physical things you held.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
They were physical evidence. Now pictures don't mean shit, because you could just change them.
Yeah, it's true. You can just Photoshop them. It's harder to do with video and be convincing.
It's really hard to do with video. It is really easy to do it with pictures, though, and it did not used to be.
Oh, yeah. But, like, I like the escalation of what has been the best form of evidence, like, over time, right? So it used to be witness testimony, which is, as of today, I believe the least reliable form.
And yet we rely on it.
I don't think we really rely on it. I think we put too much weight on it, but I wouldn't call that reliance, because, like, every fucking defense attorney...
There's a lot of reliance.
Every fucking defense attorney on the planet is like, witness testimony is the least reliable form of evidence. It's like, we get it, because people lie, or they just see shit wrong, or they have a hard time remembering.
That's true. But that's still a big factor.
Well, yeah,
it shouldn't be.
Memory is
It should not be as
malleable.
big as it is.
Like, people don't have a fucking photographic memory that's going to remember each thing exactly. It can be swayed. But, like, so it went from witness testimony is the best kind of evidence because we don't have any technology to prove anything. We just have dudes banging sticks and rocks together. And well, he says you did it. Well, I say I didn't do it. Alright, well, you guys just fight to the death, and whoever dies is guilty.
Yeah.
We'll just do it like that. So then, after that, I guess it was pictures for a while. Like, if they had a picture, some sort of incriminating picture of you doing something, that would be bad. But then everyone's like, well, wait, now you can just fake pictures.
Yep.
Like, oh. Alright, well, video's pretty cool. And they're like, yeah, but, like, for how long, though? How long will video stay reliable before we can just solely go off of DNA and nothing else?
And then even that'll be fucking...
Yeah, exactly. And then as fucking CRISPR gets even crazier, that shit will just... DNA
I'm surprised you
knew
what the hell that shit was called.
Oh, dude, I am, like, all over some wacky science shit.
I am too. I love that stuff.
Dude, wacky science
I read a whole article about CRISPR.
Is the best. Dude, I don't like how little we hear about massive technological fucking breakthroughs. Like, I see some shit where I'm like...
I read about CRISPR like 5 years ago in a random like National Geographic magazine and haven't heard shit about it since.
Yeah, like, dude, that shit is fucking crazy. I've seen all kinds of ridiculous shit that they can do with it now. But, like, okay... I've seen headlines where I'm like, this is fucking insane. Like, how is this not the most important story of all time right now?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, we don't know what the fuck that means. Right? I have 2 fucking tabs open in my phone right now of just some crazy shit some physicists did that happened like a day apart and I haven't heard anyone talk about since.
Like what?
Okay, I have from sciencealert.com. Physicists have successfully connected two large objects in quantum entanglement.
And I have not heard about them.
Okay, it broke apparently on October 3rd, so 11 days ago. So it was like 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks, and I have not heard about this crazy-ass thing.
Yeah, you know what quantum entanglement is, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
All right, I'll explain briefly for the audience. So basically, I'm not a fucking physicist, so I'm gonna give you the really dumbed down version. But basically, it's, I guess, the idea that two things can be quote unquote quantumly entangled, and what that means is that whatever you do to one object will happen to the other regardless of position. Period. Right? So you could stick, object A, like a tin can, on one side of the universe, and object B, a fucking paper cup, on the other side of the universe, quantumly entangle them, crush one, and the other would be crushed instantly. Which breaks the rule that information can't travel faster than light, because that is instantaneous. Right? You're moving the entire universe in 0 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be fucking impossible. But apparently they have just quantumly entangled two quote-unquote large objects, which they're not actually that big, but they're, like, in terms of physicists, big.
What did they do?
It says, from the Niels Bohr Institute at the University of Copenhagen, conducted the experiment using a 13 nanometer thick, millimeter long silicon nitride membrane. So, 13 nanometers thick is a large object.
I mean, that is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot when you're just talking about atoms. Right? When you're like, can we get 2 atoms? They're like, we can get a tiny piece of carbon 14 nanometers thick. It's like, well, that's way bigger than I thought you'd be able to make that shit happen with.
Yeah. So what did they do? Like 2 of them, they quantum entangled them?
Yeah, let me see. It says, hang on. Alright, so, I'm trying to read through again, but, apparently they did something like shooting light at it, and that apparently affected the other thing. Let's see. It said, that buzzed lightly when struck with photons. Okay, I can't see what it was they did. I'll get back to on that, but I can't find, like, I don't know. All right, I'll go to the other thing. So the other thing I have is maybe even crazier, not in a quantum physics kind of way, but in a global warming kind of way. So, from phys.org, spelled like physics, physicists build circuit that generates clean, limitless power from graphene.
I thought that was not possible. I thought you could not do that.
Apparently they fucking can at the University of Arkansas.
Doesn't that break the only, like, the big-ass rule of thermodynamics? Like, the big boy
I think
fucking
so.
law?
So, alright, here's what they say. Quote, an energy harvesting circuit based on graphene could be incorporated into a chip to provide clean, limitless, low-voltage power for small devices or sensors. So, I'm not sure what they mean exactly by a small device, like what constitutes a small device?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so basically this dude's team found that at room temperature...
Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing I learned about physicists, right?
Yeah.
The word big, like a big thing, is way smaller than a small thing.
Yeah, oh yeah. When physicists talk about a big thing, it's like, I probably wouldn't be able to see it without a microscope.
And when they talk about something small, it's like...
It is
minuscule.
Way smaller than you... Yeah, it's like a fucking particle. So, okay. Yeah. So, they continue on and say, basically this team found that at room temperature, the thermal motion of graphene does in fact induce an alternating current in a circuit. An achievement thought to be impossible. So basically what they're saying is, graphene at room temperature, you know how solids, right? Like, they're just a bunch of fucking densely packed particles, and they do move just a little bit. Like, you know how they're like, oh, gases are moving hella quick, and liquids are moving slightly slower, and solids basically don't move at all. Basically, they're saying graphene at room temperature moves enough that we can pull AC off of it.
Huh.
Which is fucking wild. You don't need to do anything to it. It just sits there and gives you fucking electricity by existing. Like, what the fuck? Why doesn't everyone know about this?
That actually is kind of cool, because...
That's fucking amazing.
No, but doesn't that help us? Because we constantly are losing, like, our energy to heat. Like, it just transforms into heat energy, and then we can't fucking get it back.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
we're fucking losing
us?
a ton of shit to entropy, yeah.
So doesn't that kind of help us get some of it?
It fucking helps us massively, depending on how powerful these could be. Let's see. I'm trying to
imagine if we could like slow the heat death of the universe with this shit.
We probably could.
That's what I mean. If I'm understanding correctly, that's what it fucking sounds like. That is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, what the fuck? That's like, this is fucking crazy.
I'm probably wrong. It's probably not what I think it is.
So here's the thing. It's not perfect. It's not like you're pulling energy literally from thin air, but it's about as close as I think you could probably get. Yeah. They're talking at room temperature, we have a material that just the particles being there, doing the very small amount of moving that they are doing, just as a solid, you can turn into an AC current.
Well, because I've always wondered why we didn't try that.
Also, I'm kind of retarded because I just said AC current. Alternating current. Just fucking good job, me. Yeah, an alternating current off of it. Let's see, alright.
I always wondered if that was possible. I guess it is. I mean...
Oh, here you go. Okay. Now they're talking about thermodynamics. Okay. So, let's see. The thermal environment is performing work on the load resistor. The graphene and circuit are at the same temperature, and heat does not flow between the two. So basically they're saying, because a temperature difference between the graphene and the circuit in a circuit producing power would contradict the second law of thermodynamics. This means that the second law of thermodynamics is not violated, nor is there any need to argue that. Maxwell's demon is separating hot and cold electrons. So basically they're saying, no, this shit works how we thought it did, but this is still insane. Like, the second law still applies here, but we're still getting energy from basically nowhere. Like,
well, there you go.
This shit is fucking crazy. Why aren't we hearing about this? Right? I see it on my Google feed and I'm like, dude, why are you not showing this to everyone? This is fucking insane.
And you said the material was graphene?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I think graphene might be...
What's that, like a carbon molecule?
I think so, which is even crazier because we have carbon everywhere.
Yeah, we do.
It's not even like a rare element. It's fucking carbon. Shit's all over the place.
Well, that's why I asked, because it sounded like a carbon molecule, which I'm sure we could fucking...
how fucking crazy would that be if we started siphoning carbon to make energy? Imagine if we fucking siphoned carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide and started making energy out of it. You charge a fucking battery by having exhaust come out of your car.
Right.
That'd be fucking crazy. Like, we take those carbon molecules and turn them into graphene and then use them as a battery.
Question is, how would one do that?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the actual question, but it's hypothetically possible.
Yeah. The question is, would it require more energy than we could extract from the graphene?
Yeah, exactly. Would it be
graphene.
redundant? Yeah. But apparently no, because it does that at room temperature. So you don't even need to spend a
It
whole
makes
lot.
the current.
Yeah, it makes your alternating current at room temperature. So
Now,
basically,
the
you just
question is,
grab a bunch of fucking carbon molecules and turn them into graphene. I don't know how to do that. I don't know
yeah,
what
I don't know the
exactly.
composition of graphene.
Yeah, I don't know how to make that, but I'm also not a fucking physicist. Nor do I fucking want to be.
I'm trying to remember the carbon rules, because...
I kind of blanked on physics, honestly.
It's chemistry.
Like I said.
Yeah.
I blanked on that. I just blanked on school.
Because I suck at physics, but I know chemistry. That's why
school in general, dude.
I'm trying to remember what graph means.
Chemistry class was a fucking tragedy.
I know. I'm just trying to remember what graph means.
A derivative of graphite, I guess. So, like...
Probably. Maybe it's just a double bonded carbon instead.
It might be. Dude, chemistry class was an absolute tragedy because they took probably the coolest class and made it fucking awful. They went, we're going to make a class where the teacher will be lighting shit on fire in the room with you, and then you'll get to light shit on fire, and the teacher is basically going to explain to you how to make shit blow up. And I'm like, that's a class that I'd actually pay attention in. And then they go, alright, now we're doing stoichiometry, where you're going to be converting from moles to whatever the fuck you convert to. I'm like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone, is stoichiometry. I fucking hate it. Like, that shit is so... Dude, I hate it so bad. I don't know what words to use to accurately convey how much I do not like stoichiometry. Like... They had this stupid fucking triangle thing we were supposed to do, and it didn't make any sense. And I'm pretty dumb when it comes to math, but, like, I just had no idea what the fuck was going on.
I just disconnected.
I thought. I was like, hang on, should I Alt-Tab to see if you even... Okay, basically I'm saying they took the best fucking class where shit is, like, exploding and fires are being lit, and they added stoichiometry, the worst thing to happen to humanity.
I liked Stoic. Stoic was easy.
Yeah, but you can do math.
Yeah, it's true.
I can't fucking do math to save my life, dude.
I'll drive to your house and give you $10 if you could spell stoichiometry. Without using your phone.
Nah, don't worry, I wouldn't use my phone. Fuck. S-T-O-I-C... Fuck, I'm trying to picture it in my head. Y-M-E-T-E-R-Y.
No.
Fuck, I don't know.
There's only one Y in that word.
Fuck! Oh, is it another I?
I believe so. Unless I'm wrong. But either way, you forgot the H.
Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. I guess spelling isn't my strong suit either, so, you know.
There was the H, and the other Y you said is an I.
Oh, okay. Shit. So, yeah. This is the podcast where we figure out what I'm not good at. So, math, not so good at. Spelling, not so good at.
English, you're spot on today.
Dude, I hope so.
Unless you were wrong about the chorus thing and we're just retarded.
Dude, I'm definitely not.
Well, then there you go.
Dude,
so the one useless subject is the one you're good at.
Exactly,
good job,
dude. The one that I'm good at is the least useful out of all of them. Hell yeah, dude. I'd actually argue that history is even more important than English, to be honest. Although I think I'm pretty good at history. I think history is more important than English.
Yeah, because history reminds us what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you not make the same fucking mistakes over and over again?
English is only useful to the point where we need to be able to speak it and write it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I could read and write very early. Like, I really didn't need this many fucking classes. And every English class was the same thing every year anyway.
It was the same thing, just slightly more difficult for no reason.
Yeah, they would throw in one curveball at you. They go, okay,
Yep.
we're doing one unit on Shakespeare, one towards the end of the year on poetry. So Shakespeare again, kinda, because we're gonna talk about
Yep.
sonnets for some fucking reason. Because yeah, that's applicable in your everyday life. How to write a sonnet.
Here's my problem. Here's the problem I have with English, right? I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I did that IQ test thing in like fucking whatever grade. And they determined that I was in like the top 90 some bullshit percentile. So that meant I was smart, apparently.
Yeah.
So they put me in this stupid fucking program. It was called Apex, I guess because I was the...
Oh, dude, I missed that. Dude, I took that shit in 5th grade, and I missed that bitch by like a fraction of a point.
It makes sense because you're smart.
Yeah.
Like you have that like common sense thing.
Yeah, the funny part is I was talking to Nate about it, and Nate was in it for like years at that point, and he was like,
Yeah.
"You're lucky you failed. That shit sucks."
It does. I took it in 5th grade because I guess they just never tested me, and then I was stuck in it.
Damn.
So in 5th grade,
Sweet vibrator.
what? Oh yeah, sorry.
Your vibrator.
No, I know it's my dad.
Whoa.
That was my phone, you jackass. Shut up. Here's the problem.
No, please tell me more about your dad. Dude, there he is again.
Here's the problem I had.
Yeah.
In 5th grade, I was at a college reading level. Okay, whatever, that's fine. The problem was, I read Hamlet in 5th grade. I learned about sonnets in 5th grade. I had to write one
Oh, God.
in 5th grade. 7 years later,
You
here,
did
do
it
this again.
Yeah, you did that shit again. Dude, I started boiling down most of, like, our fucking high school English classes because they were pretty much always the same thing, right? So it was always Shakespeare, poetry. There was usually one thing in there about Black History Month where you got to pick a not white author and write about them. And then there's usually one, like, curveball depending on what year you're in. Right?
There's always some argumentative essay, and it's always about something stupid that they have to pick for you. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it's
That's
always
the
something that the English teacher is supposed to grade on how well you formulate your argument, but they always just make it based on how well you tell them what they want to hear. I found that like 90% of the time, an English teacher will grade based on how well you tell them what they were looking for rather than your ability to formulate an argument. Because if English was just a pure reflection of your ability to make an argument, like, coherent, I would have fucking aced everything, no question. I am smarmy, and I am really good at arguing, but, like, not great when it comes to thematic analysis of what this teacher wants to be told for the 1000th goddamn time this year.
Yep. Oh,
Like-
the best is when they had you pick,
Oh, dude.
and you were smarter than them. So, you know, your point probably went over their head. That's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, oh yeah, I felt like that when I get a test back and I'm like, why did they mark my essay all fucked up? Right? And I'm like, well, it wasn't grammar. My grammar was fine. My spelling's alright. So then what the fuck? And it's just like, they poked a bunch of holes in the argument that don't actually make sense, or I explain why that doesn't make sense to poke that hole there later, and they just didn't care.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's what I mean.
but
They, like, your shit just goes whoosh,
yeah,
over their head.
exactly. Like, they just don't get it, and I'm like, okay, great. Are you the one that's teaching me? Like, why? How?
Do you need to be tutored?
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, come on. You're really gonna tell me that this is the fucking person that they got to teach me? Really? Why do they have people dumber than me teaching me? How does that make any fucking sense?
And that's my favorite, is because of, you know, being in Apex or whatever and all the other kids that were in that thing, I guarantee you all of us had a higher IQ than any one of our teachers.
I
And it's
would
like,
be inclined to believe that if I didn't know a lot of people that were like former Apex kids that are fucking stupid.
oh, there's some, admittedly, but then there's those like 4 or 5 that definitely just had a higher IQ than half the teachers combined.
Oh,
Like,
sure, yeah. But like, dude,
like Ethan Wills probably was smarter than every teacher in that school.
oh well, Ethan is just fucking smart, like in general.
That's my point.
Like Ethan, well, here's the thing. It depends. How do you measure smart, right? I think that's kind of a loaded question, right? I'm not trying to throw Ethan under the bus or anything because he's legitimately really fucking smart. But like,
yeah,
how do you measure smart?
depends who you ask.
I know. Because if you're like, oh, well, I bet all these fucking Apex kids are probably smarter than the teachers, it depends. In a book smart sense, I would say maybe. Right? But when it comes to being a fucking functional human being, half of them are really not.
Oh, that's true.
Just
I'll give you that.
being a fucking well-rounded, well-adjusted human, a lot of those Apex kids fall painfully short. And they kind of rely on, but I'm book smart as a crutch.
Yeah.
And the I'm smart because books crutch very quickly becomes a fucking whole ass wheelchair. Like, they stop being able to function when that's not something that they have to rely on.
No, you're right.
Like,
the problem with Ethan, though, is that Ethan is a normally functioning human being.
That's true.
The problem is, anytime parents hear about that type of stuff, they become like, hold on, I lost my own point because ADHD is awesome. Anytime parents hear about that their kid is like that, they force them to not be functioning human beings.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, time to get you on the right path, and it's like, we're gonna have you fucking homeschooled and not see anyone and do all this crazy shit, and it's like...
And they turn them into unfunctioning human beings.
Yeah, exactly.
Ethan's still pretty good, admittedly.
Yeah.
Despite...
Yeah, I know. I just know a lot of the fucking people that I saw that were considered to be generally book smart growing up turned out to be very poorly adjusted. Like...
Oh, you mean Bobby Newdowski?
No. No, see, he seems okay, right? He seems kind of, like... Not sure what the word is, but, like, he's not, like, an idiot, right? Like, you don't talk to him and you're like, you're just fucking stupid, right? It's not like that.
No, you haven't talked to him enough.
I mean, I guess not, but, like, dude, there are people that are, like, everyone in school, if you ask them who is, like, the smartest kid in class, probably, like, a third of them would say, like, this kid, right?
Yeah.
And I talk to him, and he's a fucking toolbox.
Because they don't know who the actual smartest person in the class is.
I know. I was like, dude, the only reason they think you're smart is because you answer a lot of questions in class and you're a fucking nerd. Like, that...
No, but he's usually not the highest graded person either.
No, I'm not talking about Bobby.
No, I'm saying the smart kid.
Oh. No.
He knows all the answers, but he's never actually the smartest.
No, he's not the smartest, but he's what everyone would consider to be the smartest because he gets the best grades. But grades are really not a very good way of telling what your fucking level of intelligence is. Right? Because, like, the whole...
He's not always the highest grade either. That's the funny part.
I don't know.
Usually the person with the highest grades, nobody knows about because they don't talk, because they don't function.
No, I would say it's like... The people that are, like... The people that really try to, like, keep themselves labeled as book smart, I think it gives them a sense of satisfaction to tell everyone around them how much better they are than them. Right? Dude,
I don't know. I mean,
did you ever, and I know the answer to this is yes, have that fucking kid in your class that you come in and today's test day and they come in and go, oh my god, I didn't study, I'm gonna fail, and they straight up get like a fucking 93.
Oh, there's definitely that kid. Sometimes
I've encountered that
kid.
like a fucking 100 times where they're like, oh no, I forgot to study, and then they're like, They get a fucking 99 and they're like, oh no, I fucking failed. And it's like, that's a 99 out of 100, bro. What do you mean?
I was the kid that said, I did not study, I did not need to study, and then I'd get a 95.
Yeah.
And then everybody around me was like, how did you do that? I'm like, because I'm not an idiot.
Dude, I felt so fucking bad one time. It was with one of my friends in fucking history class or something, and we had this, like, quiz on a bunch of vocabulary words that our teacher gave us. And
Okay.
I didn't study. Like, he gave me the fucking words, and I just didn't look at them. Like, he gave me the list, I just put it in my bag, and I just lost it. Show up on fucking quiz day, get an 89 on it. And basically on that, like, in that teacher's class, he would have us grade each other's paper. So I was sitting next to my friend, I was like, here, let's switch papers. And he's like, alright, sweet. So then I grade his, and he's like, dude, I studied all night, what'd I get? And I was like, 75.
Dude, there's always that kid that studies so much but does so poorly.
I was like, dude, I feel bad. Like, a 75 isn't bad, but, like, you studying a lot and getting a 75, not great. Like, a 75 is alright if you didn't really try.
So, both of my ex-girlfriends, who were both in my chemistry class last year, would study so much.
Yeah.
For chem. And get, like, less than 80s on the test.
Oh my god, what the fuck? How do you
And be,
study
like,
and get
super
less than
upset.
80?
They just did. Both of them did.
Dude, if you
Just
study,
learn-
it's an automatic 80. What do you mean?
I don't know, but that's what they would do.
Dude,
Both
all
of 'em.
fucking tests in school is basically just a test of how well did you memorize the material the night before.
I know, but they both fucking did that shit.
I don't know.
And then I would sit over there in my seat, get my test back, get over a 90, and be like, I did not study for this.
Yeah, dude, I very rarely scored, like, in the 90s on subjects that were outside of, like, the two fucking things that I can do. But, like, even then, I was scoring mostly 80s. Like, dude, that shit, oh my god, like, that's why grades aren't a very good indicator of whether you're smart or not, is because you can just study a fuck ton right before you take the test, and then immediately delete all of that knowledge from your brain, and it doesn't impact your score. But if you just absorb knowledge, if you just absorb knowledge for one day, and then instantly delete all of it, you're not smarter.
No, you're not.
You're exactly where you were before. Like, I mean, I agree that, like, grades are one way to measure it, but they are definitely not the fucking, like, end-all be-all. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
the way that
in my opinion,
the way that the good grade kids treat it, not nearly close to the level they're putting it at.
no, and Nate will agree with that.
Yeah.
Nate is proof of that.
Well, yeah, but also because Nate is in all these fucking AP and honors classes, and he just talks about all the dumb shit that the dumb people in those classes do.
Or himself. He's
Yeah.
an idiot.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's in these classes. He knows he's an idiot. He
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
hates
I would argue
practice.
him being in those fucking AP classes is making him an idiot, because he took AP classes.
And
So I was like,
despite
why-
how many times we
why
tried
would
to
you
explain that to him, he kept doing it anyway.
Exactly. I was like, why would you do that to yourself? I think AP is actually just for the dumb kids, because they're like, I'm going to take the extra hard class, and if I pass the AP exam, I'll get college credits. And it's like, are you going to even fucking take the AP exam? And a lot
I
of them
didn't.
were like, nah. Dude, okay, so in fucking 11th grade, right? That was the year that I had, like, a really cool English teacher.
Yeah.
And basically, we were getting to that part at the end of the year where the teacher is doing course recommendations for next year, where basically they say whether you're smart enough to go into whatever track or not. Right? And at our school, it was weird because all the way up until 11th grade, we had basically either 2 or 3 tracks. We had the bottom level, which was college prep, which is basically just like a normal fucking class. You had the more advanced one, which was honors, any subject, basically. And then certain things had a third level above that, which was AP.
Yep.
But, like, not every class had all 3. basically, I had been taking honors English since honors English was available to me, like in 7th grade. Like when I got to 7th grade, they finally were like, yeah, you can take honors now, right? Like going up to the junior high or whatever, because before that I was still in elementary school. So I had been taking that and honors history basically all the way up through 7th grade. And I got to 11th grade, and my English teacher goes, well, there's no honors English in 12th grade. Like, seniors can't take honors English. There's either AP or CP. And I was like, all right, so what does that mean? And he's like, all right, look, I'll break it down for you like this. You are easily smart enough to go to AP if you want. Do you want to take the AP exam? And I was like, not really, dude, that sounds awful. And he's like, all right, then you should probably go to CP. And I was like, all right, sweet. So then I was in CP this year. So.
Oh, can I real quick? Let's give a shout out to my homeboy Corona for getting me out of finals that I didn't want to take.
Oh, dude, yeah. Would we have even had to take finals though?
I would have.
For what fucking class?
Every single one.
What?
Yep. Yeah, you had to take finals this year. It was strictly if you got a B average or above for the year, you didn't have to. If you didn't, you had to take the final.
Yeah, I know, you weren't... What?
Carrick, I'm not stupid. I don't try. I tried hard enough to get into my school.
No, I know, but like, damn, bruh. Dude, I was so fucking mad. In 11th grade, I had a 12th grade math class. Because basically, I started off 7th grade in all honors, and that was a fucking mistake. Because I really am not good at math at all. So I dropped that shit, and basically the school compensated for that by going, well, we're not going to make you take the same class that you just took again, because you passed it. But, like, just barely. Not enough to stay in honors, but, like, enough that we're not going to hold you back a year.
Yeah.
So I was like, alright, cool. So they're like, we'll just give you a fucking math class for the next grade up. But, like, a CP one. I was like, okay.
See, that's what they should have done with me, but they didn't.
Yeah. So, in 11th grade, I was sitting in a fucking math class that was, like, the easiest one where they just put all the fucking... Basically, all the sports kids that they want to make sure their grades are good enough for them to play on the team, but no, if they put them in a legitimate math class, they won't be able to keep that average, so they create a fucking bullshit math class.
Yeah.
That's, like, really easy. They put me in that one with all the seniors. And, like, one other junior. What's up?
Was that a finite?
Yes. Yes, that was finite mathematics.
I almost said formal, but that's geometry. I meant finite.
Yeah, I did that one, too. I did both of them. But,
so,
keep going.
Here was my math class thing. Here was math class for me. 7th grade, I was in algebra, I think. It was either algebra or pre-algebra.
I think 7th was pre, even if you were in honors.
Yeah. So I was in honors pre-algebra or whatever. And so next year they put me in pre-algebra. Took me out of the honors program because I did not try because my teacher wasn't competent. And I was stuck in pre-algebra. Well, the problem with that was I didn't have to try because I just learned it.
Yeah, because you just did it.
And then they put me in algebra the next year.
Damn.
And the problem with that was it was all pre-algebra just applied to shit.
Yeah, it's true. So
I spent that entire year
of that fucking
doing
pre-algebra education. Dude, our fucking school is a joke. So in that finite class, right, it was just a bunch of fucking seniors and then one junior who I'm going to use the name that you and Nate use for him so I don't dox him because I like him, but I know you guys don't. And okay. I really don't feel like doxing him. The only other person in that class that was in the same grade as me was fucking Dobby. And I thought he was pretty fucking funny in that class. And I know you guys are not fucking particularly fans of him, but, like, he was up to some funny shit in that class. I was so mad when it ended. Because, basically, everyone in that class was a fucking senior except me and that one other dude. So the teacher was talking about the way finals were going to be handled, and she goes, okay, if you have a B average or above, you don't have to take the final if you're a senior.
Yep.
And I was like, wait, motherfucker, no way. And I was like, The first fucking time I have a comfortable B average in a math class, I still have to take the final because I'm not a senior. You fucking bitch. Damn it. I can't believe this. So then, basically everyone in the fucking class had a B average because the teacher just made it really easy because it was a kind of waste of time class. But
yeah,
that meant that none of the fucking seniors had to take the final. So it was just me and Dobby. So, for like 2 fucking entire weeks, the seniors had already graduated. And we were still in class. It was just both of us. And we had a fucking sub for those 2 weeks give us a packet to practice for the final. And every time, Dobby would just say, hey, I gotta go do this thing. I gotta go to, like, a tennis fucking meet or whatever, right? He said he was on the tennis team or something. And the sub would just go, okay. And he would just leave. He would just cut because we had an 8th period. We had it last period of the day. He would just go home.
That's actually kind of funny, though.
I know, dude. It was fucking crazy. So I'm just sitting there alone with the sub, pretending to be doing math. And he's like, do you have any questions? And I'm looking down at the packet in front of me. And I have, like, just the slightest idea of what I'm looking at. And I'm like, no, I'm good. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
And he's on his phone and I'm on my phone. We're both just sitting there in silence waiting for the fucking bell to ring so I can go home.
I'm slightly mad about this quarantine shit, though, and here's why. So, we're supposed to graduate, like 2 weeks before everyone else.
Yeah.
And we just fucking did not have that luxury this year.
Well, actually, we didn't have to keep doing online school for that, 2 weeks, I think.
I didn't anyway!
I mean, I know, but, if you were doing online school... No
self-respecting senior did anyway.
No, of course not.
Nor did any other fucking grade.
Yeah, really.
Because it did not count.
No one took that shit seriously. Dude.
So it was fucking horse shit.
I'm gonna get back to this in a second.
I remember them.
I'm gonna get back to this in a second because I still got the best part of my finite story to tell.
Oh shit, my bad.
So we're leading up to finals, and I am not preparing at all because I don't give a fuck. Because I have an average that is high enough that if I fucking bomb the final, it doesn't matter. I'll still pass. So it's just me and Dobby that are supposed to take this fucking final. So I show up on final day, and he just doesn't show up. So it's literally just me by myself with the sub. He brought 2 fucking final tests, and he's just sitting there looking at one while he gave me the other. And I'm sitting there for fucking 2 hours taking this test in a completely empty fucking desolate room. Just rushing through it so I can go home. It's supposed to be a 3-hour test. I finished it in an hour and 15 minutes.
That was me just with every final, though.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was like, what the fuck, Dobby? Why aren't you here? I was like, I guess he just took the fucking 0 then. Probably would have been worth.
I probably could have done that, I think, for almost every class.
Yeah, I probably could have.
Would just take a 0 on the final. Despite the fact I did no homework, no major writing prompts, and no essays for any of my English classes ever. I think I wrote 2 my entire high school career.
Damn.
And I didn't even write the one. I paid someone to write it for me.
Nice.
I went on Fiverr and for $25. $25 to pass and graduate? Sure.
That's kind of a deal.
Exactly. I paid $25 to pass English.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yo, that's some shit they should actually be teaching you in school. Fuck this how to write an essay. It's how to sneak you can write an essay. How to pretend that you can.
Smartest people in the world do the least work. I swear.
Yes. Yes, definitely. You work smarter, not harder.
Smartest people in the world are the ones that do the least amount of work and get the same amount of effort, and get the same amount of shit as someone who does all the work.
Yep. I can't help but agree with that.
So it's factual. It's a fact.
Yeah, dude, for the last week of our virtual school, though, like, going back to what you were saying, how just no one gave a fuck. When it was, like, the last, like, assignment or whatever, I was like, basically my strategy for online school was all of the video assignments that our teachers would do, or shit that I could just sort of passively consume in the background, I did. I just played through Borderlands DLC over and over again, running up all 4 of my characters through it that whole time, while I just sat next to the computer with my headphones on, listening to it, and just kind of half-assing whatever answer there was, and being like, alright, that class is done.
I do that now with my current school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to do it. So then, basically, I was doing that, and, fuck, I just lost my train of thought, but hang on, I got it. Okay. So, basically, I was doing that, and I was like, oh, I only have 2 classes left that I really need to turn shit in for, because all my other ones basically called it quits last week. So,
yeah.
I go to both of them, and I just add a comment on Google Classroom, because that's all you need for attendance. Because that's all I was worried about, was attendance. Right? They said if you don't contact your teacher at all, you get marked absent from school, even though there is no school.
Oh.
So I just
somehow did not run into that issue.
So I just said, fuck that. So I just commented on both assignments, and I said, hey, I hope this comment is enough to get me, like, marked present, because I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not turning this in. And one teacher was like, understandable, have fun. And the other one,
said that.
yeah, he was like, yeah, no problem, you're marked present. And then, like, a smiley emoji, and I was like, you're a fucking G. Oh, the best was I left that comment, and then I clicked turn in on the assignment, even though I hadn't submitted anything.
Nice.
Like, it was empty. It was like, click here to submit. And I was like, done. So then the other one I did was my English class with my teacher who was...
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, okay, hopefully this comment is enough to get me marked present, because I'm not fucking doing this. Turn in. And then she fucking returns it. She returns the assignment to me and adds a comment that's like, listen, just send in anything, like, just participate. So then I just clicked turn in again. I was like, no, you clearly don't understand how this works. I wasn't asking. And she didn't say shit to me.
No, didn't say anything?
Nope. Fucking silence after that. Haven't talked to her since.
I just love the prospect of, nah, just turns it in again.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, no, do it. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, just the idea of, like, if that happened in actual school, it's me sitting across from her at her desk, and I hand her a blank piece of paper, and she goes, no, but you're supposed to do the assignment. And I take it and go, no, grade it.
Here.
I hand it back, no, grade it. It's just a piece of paper with my name on it. It just says hi.
That is pretty much the in-school equivalent. You're right.
Yeah. So that was how I ended virtual school, and I think that was the best way I possibly could have ended that shit.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah. Dude, I like that the only, like, actual useful shit I learned from school is shit that was either not mandatory or unintentional.
Like what?
Like, okay, the unintentional part is I took a fucking elective that was massively helpful, but it's an elective, so most people didn't take that class.
Right.
Like, it was an actual class about shit that's pertinent. It was money and investing.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Which I thought would be kind of a fucking nice class to take, because I was like, I wonder how, the real world works. And that class actually kind of explained that shit. Where the teacher was like, alright, I'm going to be telling you how a fucking credit card works. Or, I'm going to tell you what your taxes are. I'm literally going to tell you how to fucking pay your taxes. It's like the meme that everyone goes to about how school sucks is they tell you that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but you don't know what the fuck taxes are.
Yeah.
But I took the class that tells you what taxes are. They tell you what taxes are, they just hide it. They hide it behind a fucking elective that sounds boring. Like, money and investing? Ugh. And that was exactly my thought, too, when one of my teachers recommended it. I was like, that sounds like a lot of math. And he's like, it's not. And I was like, it's called money and investing. Those are both math things. And he's like, it's really not a math. I don't know how I can stress enough to you that it isn't a math class. I was like, all right, fine.
I would immediately think that was kind of mathematics. Not totally, but kind of.
Yeah, basically the only mathematics like that we did was what would your retirement fund look like if you dropped however much like money into your savings every month. Right? That was basically it. And that was basically not even, you didn't even really need to get the numbers right. It was basically just the general idea that if you save a little bit starting very early on, you'll have a fuck ton of money by the time you're 65.
Yeah.
Which you don't even need the numbers for. It's like, look, if you save $15 every month, just put it in a savings account, let that bitch accrue interest. By the time you're 65, if you start when you're 20, you'll have a fucking nice amount of money in there.
Well, because think of it this way. 40 times 52, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it. Drop the 2. Unnecessary. Not needed. Just 40 times 50.
Yeah, plus the interest.
Well, even if you ignore interest. Like, let's say we ignore interest.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's still a lot, yeah. And you're like, oh, it's, $15 or whatever that I'm putting away, so it's not a whole lot.
Yeah, but 15 times... What is that, 2,000?
Yeah. Yeah, that shit adds up to be a lot. Yeah, exactly. So basically her point was, make sure you save money for when you're old. And I was like, that makes sense. I can wrap my head around that shit. Or like...
Yeah, because that's already 30 grand.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's 30 grand, no interest, and you've just been dropping $15 into a savings account every month.
Right, and you'll probably be putting more than that in at the end of the year because you'll get other money from different places.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can save more than that. That's just some passive shit. You just made $30,000 that you wouldn't have had otherwise just by saving.
Right.
So it's like, oh, okay, sweet. That seems like something that I would want to fucking know about.
I learned that in pre-cal.
Huh. What the fuck is calculus?
Really boring.
Yeah, that's the best about my fucking pulling some weird shit with honors and then not being in honors was I never had to take calculus. I took finite mathematics in 11th grade and then no math class in 12th.
I took pre-calc. I never took calculus.
Damn. They're just like, alright, your last year of math, take pre-calc.
Everybody said calc was so hard, or that even pre-calc was so hard. No, it wasn't.
Damn, bro.
You could drop me in a
big brain.
You could drop me in a calc course and I could do it. It's not
mind
hard.
Size mega.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say it's not fucking hard.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like that brings me back to the kids that were constantly trying to act like they're smart are a bunch of fucking idiots, though. Like,
kind of.
This one fucking kid who I'm not gonna dox because it kind of be a dick move, but basically we were having what was essentially just an off day in my civics class. So there really wasn't a whole lot happening, and people were just kind of bullshitting around. And he, for some reason, was talking to this group of people that I was in, and somehow the conversation got to, if a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? And he started talking about how that's like a philosophical question, even though I was like, no, it isn't. It's literally just...
I missed that last part. What did you say?
He was basically saying that if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound, is a philosophical question. I was like, it's really not that philosophical, though. It's basically just saying...
you might say it is, but it's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's not philosophical, it's just asking if something happens...
What's your definition of sound?
Yeah, exactly. Is if something happens, however, nothing observes that it happens, did it even happen? The answer is yes, because the fucking entire premise of the thing is that it happen, but like,
Yeah,
that's
if it, what is
beside
it?
the
If a
point.
tree falls in the woods, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if a tree
Yeah,
falls in the woods
it
but
still
nothing's around to
makes
hear it.
sound waves.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sound has been had.
Well, that was exactly my point, and he was acting like that was some sort of fucking deep question. So I was like, I'm just gonna break him. I'm gonna fucking break this kid's brain. So I started just adding a bunch of weird modifiers to the question, where I was like, all right, no one's around to hear it, but what if like a few hours before that I set up a camera on a tripod and it's recording? Then did it make a sound? Like, would the camera pick up any sound? Because like apparently, me being there is what's creating the noise, not the tree falling. He's like, no, that's not how the question works. And I'm like, what do you mean that's not how the question works? The question works however you want it to. That's how philosophy works. And he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, dude, you're getting legitimately upset. Like, what the fuck? This is so dumb. And he's just like getting actually upset. He's like, no, you're supposed to look at the question this way. And I was like, isn't the whole point of philosophy that you're supposed to look at shit?
You don't do that?
You're supposed to look at shit from a bunch of different angles. Like,
yeah,
here's
basically like the idea of it.
Here's a new way to look at this thing. And he's like, no, you're supposed to look at philosophy one objective way, and that is it. And it's like, you're a fucking idiot then.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
You've just do not understand.
You've just fucking undermined your entire premise, I guess. It's so philosophical. When you look at it the one acceptable way, and if anything about it is different, it doesn't count. Is that what philosophy is? Okay. Got it. I'm a little fucking disappointed. I thought there'd be more wiggle room in something as broad as philosophy, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah. Alright, my dude.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's fucking 4 o'clock. You gotta get going. Oh, yeah, we've been going an hour 20 here.
Yep. It's about that time.
Alright, we can wrap up then. I feel like we'll probably come to this subject later, because I got all kinds of shit to talk. So,
we'll definitely have more.
Yeah, we'll definitely be back to this topic, don't worry. So, thank you all for watching the Bois Inc.Podcast podcast, episode 6. God damn, dude, we're getting it. So, thank you for watching.
Wait, obligatory. Y'all are still watching us? Why?
Gross.
Why are you here?
Gross.
Why
are we still here just to suffer?
We have to continue the joke.
Okay, fine.
We say it every episode.
All right. I'm gonna delegate that to you. You do that. I'll just disassociate. All right, sweet. So, thank you for listening. Thanks for hanging out. Clicking like would be greatly appreciated. I'm not your mom though, so whatever. Hopefully we'll see you next episode.
I'll say this: if you see more than 6 likes, that means someone else probably liked the video that wasn't me.
Oh, dude, wild! I just liked our first episode. Shit's wild. All right, for real though. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time.